In this video, I'm going to be giving you 7 new AI automation agency services that you can sell as a beginner and the exact steps on how you can deliver them. Nothing kills a beginner's enthusiasm for starting an AI automation agency quicker than spending weeks trying to build something only to find out that no one wants it. With so much bad advice being spread online by people who've never even run an AI automation agency, I thought I'd come on here and give you 7 untapped opportunities that you can take and start your own AI automation agency with on the right foot and really maximize your chances of success. And these are all based on what I'm seeing work either in my own agency or within my community of 30,000 AI automation agency owners. I'm fortunate enough to be in the center of this new and emerging industry, and I really see everything that is happening through my consulting calls, through my sales calls for my own agency, and through my community. This video is my way of packaging up all of the exciting new services that I'm seeing and sharing the latest and greatest with you all. This video consists of 7 new opportunities in total. The first 3 are new types of systems that you can apply to any industry before jumping into 4 specific examples of offers that you can take and start running as you start your own AI automation agency. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be explaining to you how you can get my complete cheat codes on how I would actually deliver these services if I were you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Liam Otley. I'm the creator of the AI automation agency model. I have my own AI automation agency and AI development company called Morningside that currently does around $100,000 in revenue per month. I own the largest community of AI automation agency owners in the world. We've just hit 30,000 members in my free community. I'm from New Zealand, but now based in Dubai, and I'm currently in beautiful Thailand with my entire team. We're here for a month, and it's been a blast so far. And on this channel, we're all about building real skills, building real businesses, making real money, and building a life you truly love living. Now, before we get into the good stuff, I'm super excited to announce the official launch of my AAA Accelerator to the public within the next few days. I'm delighted to say that our initial 150 members of the Accelerator sold out in under 5 minutes a few weeks ago, and since then we haven't had a single person unsubscribe, so that tells me that we must be doing something right in there. With this initial group of 150, we were able to iron out all the kinks in order to deliver maximum value and create what I can confidently say is the #1 resource in the world right now for starting and scaling your own AI automation agency, for building a comprehensive AI skill set, and for meeting other people who are striving to achieve great things. While I'll always give away the education on my channel here for free so that you have enough information to have a crack at starting your own AI automation agency on your own, if you do want to invest in some cheat codes, my AAA Accelerator has all of the implementation resources you'll ever need in order to shortcut your path to success. You get to book in one-on-one calls with my coaches and dev specialists whenever you need them. You get to ask questions to me and my team directly in the Discord. You get 3-hour-long workshops every week hosted by myself or one of my team or coaches or even guests like Alex from Aussie and the founder of Instantly who's coming in next week as well. You get access to AI Liam, which has all of my knowledge put into a bot so that you can ask questions about your AI automation agency to it. You get access to exclusive templates for chatbots and automation systems. And finally, you get access to a growing list of powerful tools that we use in-house in my own AI automation agency, Morningside AI, that we give to our accelerated community to use in their own AI automation agency. We have over 5,000 people on our waiting list and waiting for our public launch on Saturday, the 2nd of September at 10 a.m. Eastern. There will only be a limited number of spots available because our coaches can only handle so many people at once. So if you want to be notified about when the sale goes live so that you can secure one of those spots for yourself, you can learn more and also sign up to the waiting list in the first link in the description. If you can't tell, I'm extremely excited about this and I can't wait to see many of you in there very soon. But enough talking, let's get stuck into the good stuff. Service #1 is an automated referral system. Now, as I mentioned, the first 3 services are more systems that you can take and use in different industries. Referral systems are things that you can set up that are going to automate the follow-up of customers who have sort of completed working with your client's business and asking them to say, hey, do you know any other people who may be interested in our services? And then sort of automating that process of asking and then also facilitating the sort of handoff and then paying the customers back or giving them their compensation for that referral. Now, these systems are nothing new, but the way that AI can make them more powerful is by using any data that the business has on a customer to create a personalized referral message. So you ask them for a referral, but you include any sort of contextual information you have on them to make it more personalized and increase the chance of a successful referral. Now, why bother with the referral system anyway? Firstly, the past customers of a business are highly likely to know other similar customers, so they can refer you to people that they know in their network. They may know other businesses, they may know other people that fit the demographic and fit the problem that they had and that you solved for them. So they're sort of an ideal place to at least check and ask if they know anyone similar. And secondly, past customers of a business who've had a good experience are the most likely to recommend your services to others. Now, the key thing here and the big opportunity for you as an AI automation agency owner is that most businesses don't even bother asking in the first place. They don't have a system set up to even ask these questions. So they're just dealing with their customers and letting them go out the door and not even attempting to get some referrals to continue and acquire customers through them. By creating and selling a solid referral system to businesses within your niche, you are opening up a new acquisition channel for them to get customers and really drive real results. The thing about these systems is that if you're able to set up the system and it gets one referral or two referrals, that's a very, very tangible result that you've driven for the business, which is why I love any of these sort of automations as lead offers that drive sort of sales or drive real money in the door initially, rather than leading with a sort of time-saving automation initially. So how would you actually build and deliver one of these systems? Firstly, you need to talk to your client about how they are managing their customer data in the CRM and sort of how they are updating the status of a given client within their CRM. Then you can go over to Zapier or Make.com and set up a trigger within the CRM so that as soon as someone updates the client to being sort of done and we've finished our work with them, that's going to trigger a set of automations that you can build on next. Then within the automation platform, you can create an AI step or a ChatGPT step, and you can pull information on that customer from the CRM. You can use it to create, using a prompt that you've put together carefully, to output really solid messages or a sequence of messages that you can send via email or SMS. Then once you have the personalized message or sequence of messages, you can go to another step in your automation and you can use an email provider or you can use an SMS provider to send out these messages or these sequences after X number of days of them being marked as done. Service number 2 is an SOP search chatbot. An SOP search chatbot is a system that I came up with when talking to a bunch of my friends who own digital marketing agencies. And they said, man, it would be so great to be able to have a chatbot that can allow people to easily access all of the SOP resources. If you're not familiar with SOPs, it's standard operating procedures. So in many businesses and agencies in particular, you have all of these documents which are explaining these are how we do the systems and these are our systems and this is what we do with this and in this situation. Everything in the business needs to be documented in terms of how they do it so that the business can actually work. And the real work that you do as an entrepreneur and as the leader of the business is to put together these SOPs in a lot of cases. So you put in all of this work into creating them, but at the end of the day, these SOPs end up put in a drive folder somewhere or they're stored somewhere in multiple different locations, and it's not easy to access for your employees. So the way the system works is that you can take all of the SOPs for a given business and you can either put all of the text into a knowledge base and allow them to chat over the knowledge base, which is one option. But then there's also the other option, which is say if you have a bunch of Loom videos that your team has put together and these really show and illustrate exactly how to do it, you can put each of those Loom video links and then a little bit of information on each into a big document and then put that document into the knowledge base. And then when you chat over it, you can say, hey, I'm looking for some help on this. And it's going to return the Loom link and some other related information so that the employee can then click on the link and watch it. So it's a quick and easy retrieval system for employees to get and find the right, say, Loom video for what they're looking to do. Now, this system is so important and valuable because human beings and employees are by nature lazy. By making the correct information more easily accessible to your employees and your staff, you're going to increase the consistency and accuracy of all the tasks done. So whenever they have a question, they can go to this and they can find the right information far more easily rather than guessing it and maybe just making it up along the way. Plus, you're going to minimize the number of questions that are going from your employees, your low-level employees, up to your managers or even to yourself. So there's multiple benefits to this, and that's why the system's so good. And this kind of system is especially important when you have new employees that you're onboarding, and they're going to need this a ton more than the regular people. So how can you actually create and deliver a system like this? I explained the two ways I've seen work just before, where you have either put all of the information into a knowledge base and just sort of chat to it as text, or you can take, if you have things like Loom videos or specific resources, you can put them into a document and then sort of let it chunk up, and then it's actually going to return the links to the resources and then send them to the right place. So it's more of a resource retrieval system than a sort of text-to-text answering engine. Then to actually build the chatbot, you need to use a platform like VoiceFlow, where you can build the chatbot, you can build the knowledge base, then you can deploy it to wherever your client wants. They might want a WhatsApp one so the employees can tap away on WhatsApp and ask questions, or more than likely they'd want it deployed to something like Slack. So VoiceFlow has a tutorial on how you can connect your VoiceFlow chatbot to Slack. I'll leave the resource in the description somewhere for that. And our final non-industry specific system is a product matching system. A product matching system is something that I've been working with and experimenting with a lot over the past couple of weeks in my case study, which is up here if you want to start watching it. But through that, I've been able to see the need for a new kind of type of chatbot that allows you to match up a customer, given a few bits of information you collect from them, with one of the different products or offers that the business that you're dealing with runs. For example, someone with a personal brand may have a couple of different offers. They have like a free course and they have like a paid course and they have like a one-on-one coaching, etc. So these different offers that they have are ideal for different people in different stages of their journey. Now, your job with a product matching system is to ask questions about the customer and get information from them, and then be able to grade them against the criteria given to you by the client and essentially slot them into one of the buckets that fit. So say if they have no experience, have got no money, okay, they should probably take the free course first. But okay, they've got $10,000 to spend, then great, they fit into the bucket of the $10,000 coaching package, then you need to provide the link for that. So essentially this system is just learning about the customer and then providing them the right link to convert at based on their current situation. This kind of system is great because businesses are interacting more and more with customers via chat now. You have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have SMS, etc. People are interacting with businesses more and more. So by having these kind of conversational selling systems is something that businesses are going to need a lot in the future. The real value that these systems can provide to the business is twofold really. Firstly, by having a flexible AI system that's able to sort of take information from the customer and then present them with the right product for them at the right time is allowing them to squeeze every last drip of money out of the attention they get. And secondly, you're also setting up a system that can do instant follow-up. So there's no longer going to be 2-hour, 4-hour, 8-hour delays between when the customer first messages them and when they actually start getting closed. By having that instantly and being able to follow up exactly when they are their hottest and most eager to buy, you're going to increase conversions that way as well. And there's also a massive bonus here of the conversations that this AI is having. It's extracting really, really valuable information on that lead that can be associated with it within the CRM and set up all sorts of personalized follow-ups and things like this. So it's just a really, really good way of collecting information and also selling them on all of your different offers. Now, how would you actually deliver this? Firstly, you need to go to a platform like VoiceFlow and start to build the chatbot there and set up a few questions that it's going to ask. And then you have one sort of final AI step where it's going to take all of the information you've given and then check it against a criteria that's been given to you by the client. Then you need to actually deploy the chatbot to the platform that the client wants. It might be Facebook, it might be Instagram. You can use things like ManyChat to connect VoiceFlow to these platforms. I'll leave a tutorial from one of my community members in the description if you want help with that. Then I'd probably even throw in a system to save all of the conversations that happen with the chatbot and then set up something to analyze them and sort of maybe assign it to a customer or a lead within a CRM as like a bonus deliverable for your client. Sorry to interrupt the video, guys, but if you are enjoying the video, can you please head down below and leave a like on it right now for me? That would mean the world to me. I put a ton of effort into this video and the number of likes basically tells me what kind of content you want to see more of. So if you leave a like, it's going to let me know. Thank you so much and we can watch the rest of the video. Service number 4 and first of our specific examples that you can take and start your AI automation agency with is an e-commerce shopping assistant. An e-commerce shopping assistant is taking what we just talked about, a product matching system, and applying it to a specific niche. So using the same underlying concept and technology really of let's ask some questions and we'll direct them to the right product for them. This is just applying it to the e-commerce niche and doing all of the things. I'm not going to re-explain everything we just touched on there. These kind of personalized shopping assistants for customers to e-commerce stores can be great because as I always say, people are moving more and more towards chat. They're getting lazier. They don't want to click around the site 10 times to find what they want. They just want to say, hey, I'm this, help me find what I'm looking for. So by having the system set up, you can drive more conversions because people are going to get to the product that's best for them faster. And again, we have an amazing bonus here for the e-commerce store owner of collecting all of this really, really valuable data on the client. So what are they asking? What are people looking for most often? What are the sort of key demographics that people are coming to the store? Things like this, you're tapping them into a new data source which can be helpful for all sorts of decision making throughout the business. So what are the steps to creating and delivering one of these? It's basically the same as the product matching system. You build your chatbot on VoiceFlow, you get them to ask a couple questions and you take the questions and then you check that against the criteria, and that's going to allow you to sort of map it to a bunch of different products that would be ideal for it. So you can create a knowledge base that's filled with all the different products on the store. Hopefully it's not too many. And then whenever you can query that knowledge base, you'll pull back things that are most relevant to what the user's information is. Once you've got this recommendation engine working, you can easily deploy from VoiceFlow to a web chat or a little bubble to put on your client's e-commerce store. Then I'd set up the conversation tracking and data analysis part as well as a bonus deliverable for the client. Then if you want to get more advanced and do like a V2 version, you can add a feature where people can chat to FAQs about the given product they've been recommended. So you can create a knowledge base with the information and FAQs of a product, and then when they get recommended it, you can say, do you have any questions about this product? And they can say, yes, does it do this, this, this? Then you answer from the knowledge base based on that product. And a super easy upsell is once you've got this web chat thing on their website, you can say, hey, look, I'll throw in a customer support system for you on there as well. There's another $3,000. Service number 5 is a car rental chatbot system. Now this is a little bit of a different example. I thought I'd throw these in here just to show you how far you can really be thinking on this and pick a boring industry like car rental and go, hey, how can I actually give some value here with some kind of system using a chatbot to do a bunch of functions for the customers and for the internal team. If you've ever tried to rent a car, you know how much of a hassle it can be and how horrible some of the companies can be to work with. So this system will be hooked up to a WhatsApp number which is available on the site of the car rental business. Obviously these are kind of small to medium sized car rental business, not the big really big sort of international ones. But by putting a WhatsApp number on the website, a customer can click on that and they can start a chat on WhatsApp. And then once they're in the chat, they're able to go through the booking process. They can ask where they want to pick up from, when they want to pick up from. The chatbot can send a couple cars that are available, etc. Take all the information in terms of, do you have the right license for this? Yes, I do. Basically doing the whole booking and like onboarding process for this car rental system. If you want to get really fancy, you can even take payment in there as well and send a payment link for the company and say, please confirm when you've paid. So you can do the whole system and build it out within a chatbot within WhatsApp so that the customer can get everything done on their phone via WhatsApp. It's all automated for the business. They're basically not even seeing any of this happen. And then they stroll up to the business and ready to pick up the car and show their ID, etc. So automate the whole process, make it easier for the business and easier for the customer. Then as soon as the customer has picked up the car and they're officially a customer, then you can open up a customer support aspect of the chatbot so they can now ask questions. If you've ever traveled and had an issue with a rental car, you know how much of a nightmare it is to actually get in touch with them and organize any customer support related issues. So by adding a customer support feature into the chatbot as soon as they're actually using the car, then they can say, hey, I've had an issue with this, or hey, what's the issue with returning on the tank of gas, etc. All of the customer support can be 24/7 responding to the customer, but also automated so that the AI is answering majority of the questions and only sending the really tricky or emergency requests to the business. So how would you actually build and deliver this system? Well, you'd start on something like VoiceFlow in order to build the chatbot out and the different steps involved, and then you'd be able to integrate it from VoiceFlow over to something like Zapier or Make.com, and there's a lot of integrations there. Those sort of onboarding systems and Stripe links, etc. takes a lot of integrations back and forth between the chatbot provider and your automation platform, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely something you can do. Then once you've got it all built out and working, you can deploy that to a WhatsApp number for the business via Twilio SMS, and VoiceFlow makes this very easy to do as well. And then it's just a case of getting a retainer deal struck with the client and then managing the system moving forward. Service number 6 is, and don't laugh, Pool Cleaning Lead Gen Chatbot System. This is another one of those unorthodox examples that I'm trying to throw at you and just sort of broaden your mind as to the possibilities of the kind of systems you can create as an AI automation agency owner. I bet you never would have thought of focusing on the pool cleaning niche, but as I'm about to explain, this new technology and chatbots especially open up new doors for interesting and competitive advantages that you can provide to even the most boring of businesses. So the pool cleaning industry, obviously pretty low tech on the spectrum there, and probably low amounts of innovation going on, especially in terms of how people are acquiring customers, which is what we're focusing on here. Now, I'm no expert on pool cleaning, but I would say that the sort of lead gen and customer acquisition strategies amongst the industry are fairly competitive, and there's not many new angles to take. So an example of a system that you could build in order to give a certain pool cleaning company the competitive edge in generating leads and customers is to create a chatbot and then have it available on their website as a lead magnet, like claim your free pool testing kit here, and they click it and it opens up a chatbot on, might be an SMS based one, it might be a WhatsApp one, might even be on the web, but the idea is that they're able to claim their free testing kit within the chatbot, and then they say, okay, here's your address, we're going to ship this out. You automate the connection so that when the customer sends their address, you're able to take that and pass it off to the logistics system or whatever, and they're going to actually ship that testing kit out. The idea is that when they get the testing kit, they test their pool, they're supposed to come back to the chatbot and say, hey, here's my results, what do I need for my pool, or what kind of chemicals am I going to need? And that's when you can use AI to analyze those results and match them up to a set of chemicals that are going to be right for their pool. And then you can sell them a subscription plan to purchase those chemicals every month or every 3 months, or whatever the interval is. So with that, you can see a really cool kind of automated lead generation system going on there that not many other competitors will be able to do, because there's a lot of sort of manual matching up work to do and a lot of conversations to be had. This is going to give your pool cleaning company a competitive advantage in terms of generating leads and customers when using the system versus without it. So how would you actually build and deliver this? Those steps I just went through is exactly what you need to do, but you need to get something like VoiceFlow as the sort of bot builder and the environment in which you build it. And then you need to do these different integrations, like sending the information when you get the address off to your client in order for them to ship the package. You need to get the lead magnet set up on their website, or get the client and customer of yours to actually promote it so that people are coming to this offer in the first place. Then once you've made up the chatbot, it's just deploying it to whatever platform the client wants, WhatsApp, SMS, etc. And then you can sign a retainer to manage the system ongoing. And finally, service number 7 is a restaurant chatbot system. Now, there's nothing too fancy about this. It's basically People want to know about a restaurant, they want to know about its menu, they want to book in, and this can all be done through WhatsApp. Now, you may know, depending on where you live, America's not very big on it, but the rest of the world is. A lot of restaurants are already using WhatsApp to handle questions that customers have or handle bookings as well. So your job is just to automate that process to allow people to check availability for a given time, and then if it is, to be able to book it in automatically in the system. So restaurants already have, if they do have a WhatsApp number or they have someone on the phone taking all these dials, that's a lot of time that someone is spending, and the goal for you is to be able to automate all of that process, bookings, cancellations, etc., but also allowing people to chat to the menu. So you might have a button in your home menu which is, hey, I have a question about your menu, or I have a question about your business, etc. Then you can use a knowledge base, nothing fancy, put the information about the menu, put the information about the business, opening times, etc., put it all in there, and they're able to ask questions to it. But the key thing here is that you can deploy it not only to WhatsApp, you can also put it in the IGDM. So a lot of high-end restaurants these days are using Instagram as running promotions, of course. They take photos of the food and they get a whole bunch of business that way. So you can have a DM me book or something like this to trigger a conversation so they can actually book in via Instagram, or at least just get information about the menu as I just mentioned. Now, how can you actually deliver this? It's the same sort of process. You use voice flow, you build out the different steps, and then you're able to deploy it to your given platform. Deploying to Instagram does take that tutorial that I mentioned before. So if you want it, it's from one of my community members, how you can connect ManyChat up to voice flow in order to get it working on IGDM. So that's available in the description. The reason I wanted to throw this one in here is because I think it's an opportunity that everyone has a chance to really jump on, because there's so many restaurants. There's like millions and millions of restaurants around the world, and you have a sort of unique opportunity to just waltz into these restaurants and try to get a conversation with the manager and say, hey, how much time are you guys spending on answering all these messages? Wouldn't it be great to have your managers spending the time doing things that are actually more valuable to the business? And you can use a little psychology trick in order to get a chance to talk to the owner by sitting down, having a meal at the restaurant, which is a great excuse to go out and have a dinner with yourself or with your partner. But the reciprocity factor of when you've paid them and you're eating at the restaurant, they kind of have to come and give you 2 seconds to talk to them in a lot of cases. So go to a restaurant, sit down, have a meal, and say, hey, can I talk to the manager, or is the owner here? I'd love to talk to him about something. So that's a bit of free game on a strat you can use in person to try and close some of these restaurant clients. So that has been 7 AI automation agency services that you can take and start running in your own AI automation agency today. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been valuable. I really, really appreciate you watching my videos and taking advantage of my resources. They're all in the description. If you want to start an automation agency, I have my free Discord. I have my newsletter on AI automation agencies. I have my AAA accelerator, which, as I mentioned earlier, is opening up soon. So if you are serious about starting one of these and starting with your best foot forward, you can join up to our waitlist in the description there. I'd love to see many of you in there in the near future. And for those of you who have waited around to the end, I am going to be giving away a resource for my sort of cheat codes on how to actually deliver all of these. So if you've waited around, your reward is that you can go into the description. I'm going to be hiding the link at the bottom. So if you want to get that free resource, it's going to be down there. That's going to give you more of a step-by-step breakdown of how you can actually deliver all of these different deliverables. So that's your little reward. Now, before you go, if you have enjoyed the video or gotten any kind of value out of it, please hit down below and leave a like on the video. It would mean the world to me. And also while you're down there, you can subscribe to the channel if you like me and you want to see more content like this about AI automation agencies and how you can start your own. And while you're down there, if you have any feedback or questions for me, you can leave them in the comment section. I want to be answering them as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.